Folks, Hammy here. I got another area of my craft corner all sorted and stacked. This is all beads, and that's furs and leather, and then down here is feathers. I got my computer, one of my computers set down on the floor so that I can load stuff on it, load pictures on it, do all that fun stuff, and my little get things like scissors and tapes, and then my craft table's over here. So I know it's hard to see in the dark. I moved the TV down to that end of the room. I don't know if you can see all that. So this is my craft corner. Well, it's a craft room now. Now, if you hear a humming in the background, I got the dehydrator down here on the floor. What am I drying, you ask? Well, we got almost a half-inch of snow today, unexpected, and the temperature dropped, so I got the wood stove going downstairs, and it's a little cool and damp up here. So I thought, well, instead of running just an electric heater that doesn't do anything except blow hot air, why don't I run something that blows hot air and dehydrate my sink soup? That's chicken and dumplings right there. There's sausage in it, there's carrot, there's broccoli, there's cauliflower, there's onion, a little bit of corn. I got 4 trays. Put that lid back on because the cat's giving me the look. But I got the 4 trays going. And as long as my parchment paper holds up, we're doing good. But in case it doesn't, I have the fruit roll-up tray on the bottom. So it'll drip onto that, and then it'll just dehydrate and come out like a fruit roll-up. And it'll just be gravy anyways. So I thought, well, why not do that? Instead of just wasting hydro, wasting energy, let's use the power to dehydrate the food. And then what I do when they're dehydrated is I bag them up in a Ziploc, and then I put them in another bigger Ziploc. I stick them in the deep freeze, and every time I go to camp, I take like a whole, freezer size Ziploc, not the whole gallon size, but the one just a little bit smaller than that. And I'll take that out to camp with me. It's light, it's easy to pack. All I gotta do is boil some water, plunk it in the boiling water, let it rehydrate, and I have like this awesome chicken and dumpling dinner out in the woods. And I save all my leftovers. You'll never see me throw the leftovers out. I will put some aside for the chickens, I will put some aside for the goats, and I put some outside for my pet raven, but the rest of it, I don't stick it just in a freezer bag, because if the power ever did go out and the freezer conked out, knock on wood that it doesn't, then the food is still safe and secure should we have days without power. So I think this is awesome. So save your sink soup, dehydrate it, dehydrate all your leftovers. I'm a firm believer. Even mac and cheese, you can rehydrate that. Throw in a little bit of hamburger, throw in a little, like it's dehydrated, throw in a little dehydrated onion, all your leftovers. And you would be surprised at how many meals you can make. Now with the meat, when you dehydrate your meat, I suggest you cut it up fine, because once you go to rehydrate it, it takes a long time. Like chicken does take a long time to rehydrate it. It gets a little tough. Same as any other meats, like that's in steak form, if you will, whether it be steak, pork chop, anything like that. Dice it up really, really fine, shave it, do whatever, and so it'll dry out almost to a jerky, and then let it rehydrate it. Remember, the smaller it is, the faster it rehydrates, and the more flavor and stuff that you get out of it, because you're not spending all your time chewing on these little hard bits that are like the size of diced carrot or something. I don't recommend trying to dehydrate dry potatoes. They turn out gray, looks terrible. Carrots, they'll dry out, but they're so tough to chew. So I suggest cook all your vegetables first, and like say, perfect, get a little dehydrator like this. This will be done probably by morning, and it'll keep this room up here nice and warm. I've got it at 135, I think it is. I don't know. I usually use this one from my flowers, but it still works for the food. The top is dusty, but the inside's nice and clean. So, and the parchment paper is wonderful. I can do spaghetti, I can do lasagna, I can do mac and cheese, I can do stews. They have the little plastic trays. You can do soups. Sometimes I do ketchup, so I don't want squidging all over my pack. Just add a little water to it in the pan. It gets all nice and ketchupy. Jam is perfect to make fruit roll-ups in it, smashed bananas, things like that. I love this thing. All right, well, thanks for watching. Okay, I'm going to go downstairs now and eat something. then I don't know what, but I'm going to go and put it in the dehydrator, probably whatever I don't eat tonight. All right, God bless you. Have a great night. Dehydrate your leftovers. You'll never be without food. Okay, bye now. Keep your moonshine on.